Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is November 10th. Lisa, Lydia, Scott here. We're all ready for the weekend. Before we jump into your weekend forecast and lots of stuff to talk about ahead of the weekend as well, want to remind you, of course, you can watch us live on Facebook right around 8 o'clock, but it stays on your feed throughout the whole day, so watch it whenever it works for you. We make it into a podcast, so you can go to inform.com/podcast, look for the Inform Minute, check us out on our Inform YouTube page, or just live on air. It's probably the easiest. Right. WDAY. And also, I'd like to point this out, inform.com pops up our show live every weekday morning.
So. Right on the homepage. You don't even have to go digging.
Right. We don't have to tell you go here to here to here.
Yeah.
We make it super easy for you. So that's awesome.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. All right, so it's a big weekend because there's so many things going on. People are going to be driving, tailgating, all that good stuff.
So many things. We've got Dakota Bowl today. We've got deer opener starting today, and then, of course, lasting into the weekend and so on. We've got NDSU tailgating. So many fun things happening this weekend. Today is the coldest day of the forecast. So another cloudy, gray one, some off and on flurries. I did notice there's a little dusting of snow out front. So with that pass of flurries that we got at about 5:30 this morning, it's left behind a dusting. Most of the road surfaces melted because the temp's right at 32. So we have wet roads. If the temperature drops here, we could easily see a little refreezing in the metro. There are slick roads in other spots. I did see an accident reported just to the south of Fargo along I-29. So we have a little slipping and sliding going on this morning. Just watch out for some slick spots. Your bridges, your overpass is going to be extra slick this morning. Temps close to the freezing point right now. We end up in about the upper 30s to near 40 today. We're just wiggling a couple of degrees. 37 is our forecasted high here in Fargo. Not much wind. It was a windy one yesterday, so at least 37 will actually feel like 37 instead of like 19. And then some off and on flurries do continue. No big impact, maybe a slick spot here or there. If you have slick spots in the north like you got yesterday from some of that slush, they're still going to be slick this morning. Improvement, though, is in the picture. Maybe a pocket of fog early tomorrow morning, but then we get some sunshine throughout your Veterans Day. Temperatures into the 40s by tomorrow. A little bit on the breezy side out of the southeast, but dry and good for any of the outdoor celebrations, any of the flag raisings, so on and so forth. Any driving you're doing looks good for tomorrow. Windy on Sunday, but that's out of the west-southwest, and that is a warm wind. So that's going to push in some heat. We'll see more sun by the time we get to Sunday, and temperatures will be in the 50s on Sunday afternoon.
Can't wait.
Still in the 50s on Monday, tons of sun early next week, 60 about Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's the peak of the heat right in the middle of the week there.
I miss the sun.
I do too.
Like, it's not even so much, if it was sunny, but
it's not even about like getting a tan. I just need the mood boost.
Yeah, it's been so cloudy and dreary, it makes me not want to get out of bed.
The seasonal depression is real.
For real.
Already in early to mid-November. So some sunshine next week will be beneficial. Yep, if you still have snow on the ground, that'll melt. We've got some good weather for anything you need to get done outside before inevitable winter settles in. So not some bad weather. Today's the coldest day of the 10-day forecast. Make it through today and it's up from here.
All right. So
thanks.
Thank you, Lydia. Of course, a lot of people are going to be on the road, probably getting set up right now to where they're going to hunt deer in North Dakota. It's like a holiday weekend. Well, it is a holiday weekend because Veterans Day is tomorrow, but also a holiday weekend because it's the North Dakota deer opener. Starts at noon today. We have a few quick reminders. If you hunt, you probably know most of these things, but make sure you know where your blaze orange is. You need to have it on the upper body, so usually a vest will do, but you know, it's still kind of chilly today. You might want the orange coat. A couple days in, maybe just the vest, and of course you need to have something on your head too, the orange hat or cap, so just remember that. Once you get your deer, remember, before you even take a picture, make sure you tag it, and if your deer ends up dying on posted land, you do have the legal right to go and get it, but the Game and Fish Department is suggesting that you do contact the landowner to let them know what's happening. So you might have some questions like that you just want to get clarified. Also, like where you can drive when you're getting into some of those, you know, township areas. Go to gf.nd.gov for more information. They have a great breakdown of the most asked questions every single year. And as always, they're asking hunters, if you see poaching, suspect poaching, to call them right away. That number is 701-328-9921. So, and this is, you know, going to be the next couple weeks of seeing deer hunters out in Minnesota. I believe it's still, their opener was last weekend. So
lots of hunters out.
Lots of hunters out.
All right, new overnight, a house fire broke out in Fargo. Crews were called out to a home. It was on 56th Avenue South near Deer Creek Elementary School. It was just before 2 o'clock this morning. Fargo Battalion Chief Joe Mangin tells us that the fire started in the bathroom. But the caller was able to put out the flames before firefighters got there. However, there was still a lot of heavy smoke damage to that bathroom. Nobody was hurt, but the damage estimate is going to be about $5,000. The cause of the fire still under investigation.
The Horace fire chief says his department is in desperate need of a ladder truck. He says the city of Horace, this makes sense, growing so fast that they haven't really kept up. Now they have tall buildings, and the ladders they have can't really necessarily reach to the top.
Yeah.
Of course, for putting out the fire, but also rescuing people as well, a big need. The city is looking at and has the money for a used one. That's still going to cost $150,000. They need a new ladder truck eventually, of course, but a new one, quite the price tag, $1 to $2 million. So the city is now looking at some different grants to try to pay for that. But when we talk about how fast the city of Horace has grown, the fire department has been called out almost 300 times this year. That's 3 times the number of calls just a couple of years ago.
Wow, that's a big increase. Meantime, still talking about firefighters, the Fargo City Commission is launching a market salary study to further look into all those concerns that local firefighters have, specifically about how much they get paid. They released that public letter earlier this week kind of outlining their concerns. So Fargo City Commissioner Denise Kolpak, she sat down with our own Kevin Wallivan to talk about this whole thing. They had a meeting about it as well. They've told that there's going to be what they're calling a market study. It's going to cover all of the city employees, but specifically look at Fargo firefighters, how much they get paid. They're going to compare Fargo to other similar sized cities as far as like that pay scale goes. Now, by doing this, they hope that the city can find more competitive pays, wages for those Fargo firefighters and all employees so that they can stop losing them to other cities that pay them more and that kind of thing.
Yeah, lots going on. That's a story we'll continue tracking for quite some time. We mentioned this right away. Tomorrow is Veterans Day, a big weekend, big day for a lot of people. But since it falls on a Saturday, many city and county public offices are closed today in observance of the holiday. A lot of schools not happening today as well. But City Hall in Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo, Grand Forks, all closed. Matt Bus will be running as normal, except for they won't be going to NDSU since there's no school there today. City's area transit will run as normal in Grand Forks. And we've been kind of covering this. Garbage collection has been picked up in most areas early. Normal today in Fargo, though, but West Fargo, Moorhead, and Grand Forks, if you're putting it out today, you're going to put it all out again next week because that already happened.
Okay, big weekend for NDSU. The Bison have their final regular season home game of the year. NDSU hosting Southern Illinois. Both teams vying for playoff positioning with just 2 games left in conference play. Of course, we are home of the herd here at WDAY. You can watch the game on our station. Kickoff 2:30 tomorrow. Coverage of the game for us starts at 2:20. Remember, also NDSU Game Day, our live hour-long pregame show starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So make sure to tune in for all of that that's going on.
And today, big day for football.
Oh, yes.
High school football in North Dakota. WDAY, of course, is proud once again to bring you more than 12 hours of live exclusive TV coverage from the Dakota Bowl, which is all happening at the Dome. Starts at 9 this morning, so less than an hour. Here's what's happening. The 9-man gets things going this morning. It's South Border and North Prairie. 20 minutes after that game ends, it's the Class A game, which is Kindred and Trinity. The Double A game is after that. That's Fargo North versus Grand Forks Central. And the 3A game tonight is Shanley versus Minot. That game should probably kick off around 6:40. Of course, you can watch those games all day long on your ABC channel like WDAY. Also, if you're on the go, maybe you're out hunting and you're just going to have your phone on, silent. You can watch those games on inform.com. You can also use our app, WDAY Plus. Although just remember, if you're going to be watching online, there's a subscription for the live sports section.
That's right. All right, of course, today on Hot Mic with Don Mizzo, he's going to be talking plenty about all the championship games. It's Championship Friday. The season wraps up today, so plenty of coverage there. There's going to be 4 future college football players on the field in those championship games as well, ranging from Minnesota to NDSU. We'll hear from their coaches about trying to end their high school careers with a state title. Plus, Dom's dad is back for his weekly NFL picks. You can watch it all on WDAY Extra and Inform.com from 9 to 11 this morning.
I think he might need to extend his show today. I don't know how he's going to get all of that in for sure. And don't forget, 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. A great deal right now for your Inform.com subscription. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to check it out.
And then join us the rest of the day for your news, your forecast, your sports headlines as well. We have stuff going on throughout the day. We have a couple things moving around with programming because of Dakota Bowl, but just tune into our station. You'll get all the news you need. So our 6 and 10 are at their normal times. I think some of the other
Like 11
stuff
and
is
4, 5.
moving
Yeah,
around.
if you can't find them, go to WDAY Extra.
Yeah, that's
but 6
where
and 10
the
will be
regular.
on WDAY. Did
We're
you know
on.
that?
We're on somewhere.
We will be on somewhere.
All
And
right.
always on.
We'll be back tomorrow or Monday morning with First News as well from 5 to 7. So join us then. We'll recap all your weekend headlines and everything you need to know heading into the next work week.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.